Yo. What's up, Night Base fam? Everyone on the Instagram? Wait a second. What's up, dollars? Miss you, dog. Need to get back out. Can't wait. It's good, everyone. This is Sasha. I don't know, some of you might know me. If you don't, part of Hotfire. Me and my boy Eric started Hotfire like years ago. And so I'm just here from San Diego, my little apartment. Talk about new EP that just came out today, The Moment. It's a solid 5 tracks. Some of the first stuff I've worked on by myself since Eric unfortunately passed last year. So there's a lot of inspiration going on. Really appreciate all the support from those who have heard it already. Yeah, it means a lot to me. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot them out. I'm an open book. I'm just gonna play some tunes, talk about what went into them, I guess. Some of my inspiration for each track, how I did certain things, I guess. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So, title track, The Moment. Probably one of the first tracks I worked on, like, by myself, just trying to get my head out of everything, and just work on music by itself, just for fun. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with that one, and it got some good feedback. I got to test it out at a night base a while ago, and it's the response was kind of overwhelming. It was cool. Someone asked what the favorite track is off the EP. I think The Moment, probably one of my favorites, but definitely All Day is probably my personal favorite. I'll go over that in a second too. So I'm just gonna play a bit of The Moment. Start some combo here. Can I add people to the live? Is that allowed? Can someone tell me? Royalty. How do I fucking... Moda? Dude, love your shit lately, dude. Love your shit lately. That is not royalty, you're right. I just checked. I just turned 29, Danny, Harry. Just turned 29 a couple days ago. Say hi to little kitten Pericles. He's a new addition to the family. He's sleeping, I bugged him, sorry. So yeah, The Moment, I was having fun. I'll bring the kitty back later. I know he's probably popular. The Moment was a lot of fun. I just was trying new things, just trying to break out. I don't know. I think that's a big part of music and moving forward is just trying not to get stuck in the same loop of tracks and making the same track over and over again. It's hard for me to do that. Petey, if I was a hot dog, would I eat myself? Shit. That depends on the condiments, I guess. What's on it? Do I come with the bun and everything, or am I just a plain hot dog? Also, a lot of these tracks, me and Eric have like this sample folder that we've been building up in our Dropbox. And I drew a lot of inspiration taking those samples, try to use them in these tracks, and like just repurpose some of the basses. Eric like recorded so many fucking bass station one shots and weird loops and shit. So try to incorporate those into some of these as well. Let's see. How do I find inspiration for new tracks and new ways to make tracks? That's a very good question, because I've had a hard time with that lately. And like the past like 4 months or so, I feel like I've just been in this like hole, like depressed at home, not working on stuff. But finally getting past that and working on more music. And I could just say, like, be persistent, just keep trying. You're gonna have takes that don't sound good. I have hundreds of tracks that I still, I don't know what to do with, just cause they're, I don't know, man. Anyways, another track on the EP is Backstage. Bump this up a little bit. And this guy really trying to be royalty right now. So yeah, Backstage, another track. Got some support recently from Don Diablo, which is kind of cool. It's always cool to see big support from big artists you wouldn't even expect to be listening to your tunes. So I appreciate that a lot, you know. This is Backstage and Andre. Backstage. Dude, hell yeah, Moda, send that over. I've been more inspired lately, so I've been working on some tunes. I might even have one for you, actually. Alright, next up, third track. That one, the last song was Backstage. This next one I'm gonna play is All Day, probably one of my favorites off the EP. New AC Slater track is fire. Every time I see a new AC track come out, I'm like blown away. Where do I usually get my vocals? So on vocals, it's always tough. I try to like crate dig, but virtually, I don't know. There's like different apps you can use, like, I don't know, peer-to-peer file sharing apps where people have old records uploaded. You can kind of just go through, and sometimes it'll take days to find something worth using. I got lucky in the span of making this EP. I found the vocal for The Moment, as well as this All Day one. In both of these, I got to test at Night Bass, and the reaction was dope. So thank you guys for being the primary listeners on those two. I'll let the second drop go one more time real quick before I do the next one, because I like the second drop on this track actually. Alessandro, yes, I will get to you right now. Alright, so Alessandro asked a question about not making a track a mess when you're trying to add a lot of elements. And the biggest thing I can say is, aside from EQs, don't worry too much about filling up all the space, I guess. Like, sometimes simple is better. And a lot of times when I'm working on tracks, I'll put too much shit in at once, and I'll end up deleting a ton of stuff, and then I'll be like, oh, there was this hidden groove in there that you can actually work with aside from all the stuff that you were cluttering yourself with. So I would just say EQ, smart sound selection, putting everything in its right spot, test out a bunch of different grooves if you're not happy with something, and just keep going. Alright, Marlon, my favorite music. I like a lot of stuff. A lot of this new like bass house stuff coming out is insane. I also like real chill vibey like tech house or like I don't know, man. I'll listen to it all. I like lo-fi hip hop every now and then. Just whatever. Alright, next song I'll play is Crooks. Old school jackin' vibes, yeah, like that's definitely a big inspiration me and Eric always had, was like old fidget, old school jackin'. That was the bee's knees for a whole music career. Again, Uninspired Days is just, I just accepted it and moved on. It's hard, man. You just gotta be persistent. This track is called Crooks. So yeah, Crooks, I just wanted to do one of those classic rolly, Reese bassliney things, and had a lot of fun with that one. Originally had the homie Whiskey Pete on a vocal on this. Love him, been a long time fan of him like since back in the day for doing music, and it ended up not fitting the track as good as it could, so gonna put that off on another one. Ended up being this, but yeah. Big ups to AC for playing this one out every now and then. Next up is the last one. Gonna be called Tell It. This one kind of going for a weirder vibe, I guess. I don't know. I like those random stabby basses, and again, a lot of these sounds like are just samples from me and Eric's collective Dropbox sample folder, ripped from his bass station, or like he had, what was it called? He had this other little thing that just made fucking wonky noises. So I tried to include those in here. UK Funky, I'm just not adding people, sorry man. I wasn't would love to do a collab with Jay Robinson. Idol. Big time fan. So yeah, that's the last track off the EP. Someone asked something earlier. Do I have treatment in my room was a question. And no, I do not. I just moved here like a month or so ago. So I finally just got all my stuff, my push. My push is my main instrument. I used to have a mini log and I want to get one back. So yeah, my Ableton push, I'm using Ableton. I didn't really play instruments before this. Maybe a little guitar back in the day, like during high school. Little piano, but not much. That's again why I have the push, just because it's easy to like tap stuff out, get some ideas across, things like that. Is it hard to get into Ableton? I wouldn't say so. So starting out, I produced in Fruity Loops, and I thought Fruity Loops was the easiest thing in the world, just because it's like plug and play, like you just put stuff in there. And I was like, there's no way I'm switching. But then Eric actually turned me on to Ableton, and like that fool is just always super technical with everything. So he taught me a lot on like how it works and how to automate and route everything. How long did it take? I'm not sure. Like some of these tracks were done or started like last year, done last year. So yeah, I couldn't tell you how long, man. Some tracks get done in a couple days, some tracks get done in like a couple months. Let's see. Bazy. Okay, I'll try to follow you, man. I need to remember these names. Should have had a pen and paper handy. Andrew Colgan. Music theory, I would say. I mean, yeah, it's definitely a big part of electronic music. Like, you're gonna have a much easier time if you know what sounds good, obviously. But I do also think that a big part of producing, at least for me, is kind of like plugging in random shit and seeing what works and what doesn't. I don't know, that's kind of like why certain synths are so fun, because you can get really weird noises and just kind of like, I've seen people just bounce audio out and then just cut and do, it's endless, just like messing around. There's no wrong way to do it if it sounds good, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, thanks for letting me play my 5 new tunes. What's up, AC? Hopping in the chat. I'm almost done here. Just wanted to show you guys some tunes. If anyone has any questions, feel free to shoot them off. I'm just roasting here in my room. Yeah. Alright, that about wraps it up. Thanks for letting me hop in here and talk some stuff with you guys. I do have some new music I'm working on. Can't wait to show it for you guys. Yeah, just a lot of stuff coming up. I want to get out there and like keep pushing. So thank you everyone for all the support and the kind words that you guys send every now and then. It really means a lot to me. Truly does. Truly does. All right. I'm about done here. I'll see you guys later. That is the push 2, Bazy, Ableton push 2. All right, thanks again, everyone. Love you. Night Base fam. Keep doing you. I'll see you guys around.